What's up, YouTube? This is Stanford Bear. Just wanted to give a quick initial impression of the new Under Armour HOVR Phantom that I picked up. These came out in early February, retailed for $130. If you got the connected version, those were $10 more at $140. This is a new technology that Under Armour developed, this HOVR, as you can see that they're so proudly displaying here. HOVR is basically a new compound developed with Dow Chemical Company. It's supposed to be really cushiony and responsive. Something that is not done yet for at least Under Armour. And I would say they definitely succeeded with that. You know, I was a big fan of the original Micro G, and it kind of feels like that, but a little bit on steroids, like a much better feeling. Definitely the best cushioning technology that Under Armour has released. I would say, people are going to compare it to Boost. It definitely feels similar to Boost. It's not quite as bouncy, but definitely it's kind of along those lines. I would say personally, I'm still gonna run in my Ultra Boost, which, you know, they're unbeatable in terms of overall comfort for me. Originally, I had bought these shoes to try to challenge that thinking, and I don't like the Ultra Boost in that they're a little bit unstable at times, like when I'm trying to make a cut. I know running is a one-directional sport for most of the time, but I run a lot of streets, and occasionally if there's a car or a pedestrian and I have to make a quick directional change laterally, Ultra Boost, I don't feel like I'm gonna roll an ankle, but it's definitely not the most stable shoe. And I kind of thought this would be more the solution to that, like good cushioning, responsive, but a little bit more stable. And they definitely are. Like when you're running, you don't feel like you're gonna change directions and kind of roll over your ankle in these. So I had very high hopes for these, but there is a major design flaw. And another YouTuber mentioned it, and I thought he had a super wide foot, so I went ahead and bought these anyways. I'll give him credit, he was right. He mentioned that the way the midsole here is designed, it kind of basically, you know, it starts from the bottom, outsole rubber, and then it does this weird thing where it curves inward as it comes up and meets the upper. It curves in. I don't know if you can really see it here, but look at, if you look at the Ultra Boost, you look down on it, there's minimal curving of the midsole into the upper part. If you look down here, there's a huge curve inward. This whole thing that you see right here is basically, you know, curving in. And that's where I could feel it right away, digging into my pinky toe and the tip of my fourth toe with every step. And it happened on the right shoe and the left shoe. So it was uncomfortable as hell, basically, if you run in these. Maybe you can get away with it casually, but even then, I feel like that design is really bothersome. I had plenty of room, you know, the right amount of room in the front. This is a men's size 10.5. I guess I could have sized up to an 11, but honestly, I don't think that would have solved it. I wear 10.5 for all Under Armour, and 11 would be a first time for me. But that would result in, I think, too much room in the front. And I still think the side here, you know, the way it's designed, you know, your foot's going to move around a bit when you're running. And when your foot shifts over to here, like if you're pronating your foot, it's going to rub into this midsole. So unless your foot is super narrow, I think you're going to have this problem. My foot maybe is a little wider than normal, but it's not like Bigfoot or anything. So definitely I'm disappointed in this because, you know, the upper is great, really comfortable, stretchy prime knit type material. This biker short material gives a little more support, and it was really promising. You know, outsole is also very durable rubber, so I was excited to take these on the street for street running. But because of that design flaw here, I'm not going to be using these, and therefore my original goal to challenge my Ultra Boost as the top running shoe for me now, you know, they remain king. So I look forward to Under Armour hopefully changing this design here, you know, getting rid of this this whole midsole flaw, in my opinion, the way it's shaped in the lateral front of the shoe. I don't know, maybe the Sonic pair has that, you know, more traditional silhouette, and I didn't really look at them closely because I wanted the mid-cut version here. But I don't know, maybe those are better, but in any event, these are not going to work out for me. And definitely try them on in store before you pick these up, I would say. I didn't have that luxury, so learn from my mistakes. Hope this is helpful. Bye-bye.